Welcome back. President Donald Trump's moves since taking office fall far short of his promise that he'll bring the country together. He arguably only expanded the division among Democrats and Republicans. I want to focus on a couple things being done by the new administration under largely the supervision of Elon Musk. One is the infiltration of the Treasury Department on the guise of government efficiency. Musk and his crew have access to the department's payment system and financial information really of every American. The other is the shutdown of the United States Agency for International Development, also known as USAID, an agency that provides relief like food for some of the most deprived areas of the planet, to the point that critics accuse the richest man in the world of starving the poorest people in the world. Let's bring back Michelle Crawford and Alicia Gaiman. USAID makes up less than 1% of the federal budget. Democrats, of course, sounding the alarms. Republicans, who typically scream privacy concerns, are going along quietly with this potential data exposure in the Treasury Department. I guess here's an existential question for you, if you will, based on these two actions. Where are we as Americans right now, Michelle Crawford?
Well, I am very pro-privacy, so I understand that concern. From what I understand, the access they have is a read-only access, which I still respect that that's a concern of people. I will say I do think the timing of this is actually perfect as Americans are receiving their W-2s and they're seeing how much money we're paying in for our taxes into our government. And I do think we need to demand transparency. I would like a receipt of my purchases when I see how much of our family income goes to taxes. They need accountability for how our money is spent. I don't know why anybody wouldn't want to shed light on things. And I understand, you know, there are programs that are beneficial and there are people that need that, absolutely. But what we're finding is there's a lot of abuse and a lot of waste and a lot of money going to things that aren't just feeding the hungry, but are furthering very leftist ideologies that don't necessarily represent all of Americans. And so I think with American families living paycheck to paycheck, we should have some accountability for where our money is going. I can't stress enough that that money is taxpayer money. It's our money. And if there's no transparency, then we lose faith in what our government is actually doing, even if they're attempting to do good. And you can't get out from under a $36 trillion debt without cutting spending. Any family knows you can't spend more than you take in, and this is so long overdue. And I'm grateful that this is coming to light. For those who say Elon Musk was not elected, I get that, I respect that, but President Trump was very transparent on what his intentions were on the campaign trail, and he is doing everything he said he would. He's implementing and utilizing the people he said he would, and the bureaucrats that are rubber stamping the spending out of DC, they're not elected either. And so for one, I'm excited to see this. We've seen this in our own state. 2023, Governor Reynolds, she started to slim down our government, slim down our spending, and now Iowans are enjoying a massive state tax reduction this year. So I'm glad to see it at the federal level.
Alicia Gaiman, you go along with that? I imagine you disagree on some of those points.
Absolutely, we disagree 100% on this. I think one of the things that we have to remember here is it's not that this is a blank check that the USAID office is operating under. There are hungry people that are going to literally be dying from diseases and hunger and things around the world that USAID is providing just because we are a leader in the global community and human rights. And if that's not the position that the Trump administration wants to take or continue to pursue, then that's the line that they're going to take. But people are going to, innocent people, vulnerable people are going to be hurt because of it. Congress definitely does a budget, and anyone who's been around the budgeting process knows this is not a blank check. Any of our agencies, we know the programs that are going in and getting funded. If you don't like one of them, definitely go take a look at it and redo it, or if something's not operating or functioning. But to just chop it off without any, cost or concern or cause for concern over the people that are going to be impacted by the services that we provide and the aid that people are relying on, I just think it's an atrocious thing for America to be doing.
Michelle Crawford, Alicia Gaiman, thank you both for the conversation. Both of you be safe. These are sensitive times and delicate issues. That does bring us to our question of the week. How do you feel about Elon Musk having access to all the computer records in the U.S. Treasury Department? You can send your answer by email to fortherecord@whbf.com, or you can also respond to this post on Facebook at the Local 4 News WHBF TV page or on my page.